Hi Talk family, I'm your host Desh and thank you so much for joining me on another exciting episode of Talk the Talk, where we inspire, motivate and proudly empower women in the motor industry. Now, before I go on, I just want to apologize in advance. I'm just getting over the flu, so my voice might crack up here and there. Please forgive me. So, our guest for today's episode is a true inspiration in the industry, and she's also one of the semi-finalists for the 2023 MOT initiative. She has successfully climbed the corporate ladder, starting from humble beginnings and reaching the prestigious position of dealer principal. She uses her position to constantly uplift her team by providing constant motivation and support. Now, before I even talk about her unwavering belief in delivering, good customer service, I just want to mention that Lavonne has been by my side before day one of this initiative. I also want to mention that she's such a huge pillar of support in my life and in my motoring journey. Like I said, her unwavering belief in delivering the finest customer experience is evident from the moment visitors step into the dealership until they drive away in their brand new vehicle. I'm genuinely thrilled to have her join us today as we dig deeper into her remarkable story and learn from her exceptional skills. Now, Lavonne has been on the show before when we had very few followers, and I just decided to bring her back so that we can use her powerful voice, or utilize that powerful voice like we've done before, to inspire, to uplift, to empower the women in our community and the women that want to join our community. So without further ado, let's get to know Lavonne Davis. And as always, this interview is proudly brought to you by Seriti Solutions, MFC and Evo by Nedbank. Hello Lavonne.
Hi Desh.
Gosh, you are such a ball of energy. You really are. I literally needed energy drinks before you came here because, as I said earlier to the camera, I have no voice. But
no, you've got a lot of voice. You don't. We just need to see you, and we know who you are. You've been around for many years. Not giving away your age, obviously. But you've been around for many years. Don't worry about that voice, darling. We know the face.
Lavonne, thank you once again. Lavonne, let's, as I said earlier on off air, that you've been coming and lending us your voice, but I think the first time you were here, we had 6,000 followers. The second time, 28,000. Now we're on 62,000 with different platforms, and we are posting to all different social media platforms.
Congratulations.
Thank you,
That is
Lavonne.
such an amazing achievement.
Thank you.
I know it's taken a lot of hard work, but well done. You deserve it.
Thank you, Lavonne. So now I want to introduce my friend to the rest of our followers. So please tell us who you are, how did this journey begin, and what are you doing right now?
Well, I think there's quite a couple of people that already know my story. And for those of you that don't know it wasn't supposed to be that way. It was completely accidental that I got into it. I went through a bit of a bad time in my life, and at that stage thought that I would just kind of try and sell cars. I mean, we're talking 25. I know the last time we spoke, or the first time we spoke, it was 25 odd years, but I'm going to still stick with it.
Let's stick with it.
It's still 25 odd years. And a lot has changed since then, obviously, in the motor industry, and selling a car isn't as easy as what it was those days. But because of my circumstances at the time, I decided to just try something. I just finished with my architecture and really just needed a break, just to take a step back and decide what I wanted to do with my life at that stage. And went into a dealership, started selling a couple of cars, and 25 odd years later, here I am, and I wouldn't change it for anything in the world.
Absolutely, and you're really good at what you do. So, but what encouraged you to work in the motor industry? What gave you that grit? Because even back then, I mean, it's still difficult. We still face discrimination. It's still a very male-dominated field. We're seeing the woman come to the forefront. We're seeing this transformation happening, but the discrimination and the gender inequality is still there. Hence we still have the platform. So what encouraged you to stay or to join the industry way back then and stay in it with those challenges?
Yeah, so exactly that. It was a challenge. I love challenges, and I love goals, and I love pushing myself to the limit. And once I've achieved something, I like going further and achieving more and doing more. And when I joined so many years ago, it was extremely male dominated. I mean, there was really, really no women in the industry at all. As a matter of fact, I think I kind of started by making tea, you know. That's where it really started. And when I realized what I was actually capable of doing once I had put the effort in, and once I had changed my mindset, I realized that I can do this. And I'm no different to anybody else. And that achievement of that goal and that challenge, and me saying that what makes me different to anybody else, and what makes them different to me, and then that it almost becomes, I wouldn't say it's a fight, but it becomes something where you realize, but I have my voice, and it is as powerful as anybody else's out there. What I don't know, I learn. And I think that is exactly what got me to where I am still today.
Absolutely. Now, Lavonne, I usually ask our new guests that have just gotten to learn about our platform or joining our platform, you know, what do they think about this platform? But I can't ask you that question because you have been part of this platform from its foundation stages. So I'm going to kind of change up that question a bit and ask you, how do you feel about the fact that we've evolved to the extent where when we started, there was just a bunch of women advocating for each other, but we have so many men now, and very prominent men, CEOs, MDs in the motor trade, that have joined forces with us, standing in solidarity, you know, with us to, you know, to promote us and to encourage us.
And to support us,
What has this evolution been like for you, witnessing this, being part of it, and just observing? How do you feel about that?
But you know, it takes me back to right to the beginning where we still said, or where I still said, give it a chance. Don't just walk away from it because it's male dominated. Give it a chance. And exactly what you say, we started off with a very small bunch of ladies. And if there's one thing I've learned about women, is that women support women.
Absolutely.
And that's exactly what happened. So we became bigger and bigger. Our little group started growing and growing. And the people out there, women and men, saw that. And they saw how strong we became. And they saw how we take on challenges and we turn it into success. And that is probably why we have all these men that are wanting to join us and that are supporting us, because they are seeing that we might be bringing a different sort of tenderness to it. But it's working, isn't it?
Absolutely, Lavonne. It just, by you saying that, it just literally takes me, you know, I'm just backtracking a bit. So I went into Lavonne's office when I did not even have a platform, and at that point in time, not many OEMs would give me vehicles to drive, and she's like, Desh, come to my dealership, take a car, drive it, test it, and you know what, even if it's going nowhere, that article, I'm here to support you. And now I have 29 OEMs that are having cars parked in my yard to write about them. But that's the encouragement and the faith that Lavonne had in me, and that's the faith and the encouragement and upliftment you should show as females to your colleagues and to females that are trying to. So thank you. I'm going to use this opportunity to say thank you to Lavonne for believing in me. Thank you, Lavonne, because you might have paid it forward to me many years ago. I am paying it forward to thousands of women in the motoring industry, and without you, they would have, in the beginning, they would still be me.
They would still be me too. I promise you that much.
But it's just what we do for each other as females, and here's the example. So Lavonne, thank you.
I thank you too.
Thank you.
Thank you, Desh. Just shows you can't do it on your own, right?
Absolutely not.
There you
Absolutely not. And I think we can grow from criticism. It is so important for us to take the good with the bad, and to just be there for each other and champion for each other. And you do that, my God, your staff loves you. Like literally, people that know you, it's phenomenal. Really, it is. Stay the way you are, never change, and just be the wonderful fireball that you are.
And grow.
Yes.
Always put that next goal in place.
Absolutely.
100%.
Thank you, Lavonne.
Thank you, Desh. Thank you, guys.
So ladies, in light of everything that Lavonne and I discussed, I just want you to know that, as she said, it's really not impossible to achieve what you want. And I actually want to just leave you with these two quotes that reminds me of Lavonne. Always do your best. What you plant now, you will harvest later. And also another quote, success is walking from failure to failure with no loss of enthusiasm. And I think we both started our journey in the same mannerism, and we are continuing. So ladies, you are capable of achieving greatness beyond your imagination. Each day presents a fresh opportunity for you to tap into your inner potential, overcome obstacles, and pursue your dreams. Remember that every step forward, no matter how small, brings you closer to your goals. Embrace the challenges that comes your way, for they are the stepping stones to your success. Remember, the secret of getting ahead is actually getting started. So believe in yourself, stay determined, and never underestimate the power you hold within. You have the strength to accomplish extraordinary things. So go out there and make your mark on the world. I actually just want to leave you with another quote from my guru. His name is Satguru. Suffering is not a choice, but how you handle it is. So with that being said, I'm going to ask Lavonne to help me end off my quote, which she told me to keep from the beginning of these airings. I would like to remind you that the question should never be, who's going to let me? It should always be,
who's going to stop me?
There we go.